Hello and welcome back to our adventures of Duncan Egg. So, something from the comments. Somebody suggested that I should do this. Yeah, I guess we could do that. What that does is it just basically puts it at the top of the list. It's not a huge change, but I guess it makes it kind of good if we want to constantly click that, which we will. Well, not as constantly as we thought last time, but constantly enough, so cool. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, today we are going to leave Dorne, and I had a couple of ideas about where to go. When I was thinking about what I was going to do for this series, I looked at some different starts, and some of the different starts suggested different things for Duncan to do, one of which was go and visit Egg's family. So, that is what we're going to do. Now, Egg has a couple of brothers. First brother, we're not going to go and visit, because although he's away from home, he's, I think he's here or something like that. Like, let's see. So he's in Lord Brian's court. Yeah, so he's here, and that's where Egg's home is. So, like, that's not a huge difference. We're not doing that. That's not a trip. That's not an adventure. The second one is our rival and Egg's brother. So, he's over here. Now, we could visit him, but we're not going to because he's our rival. So we're going to go somewhere else. Which means the person we're going to go and visit is Acolyte Aemon, who is over at the Citadel. So we're going to go and visit the Citadel, which seems like a good place to visit. And yeah, that's roughly the plan. So, there is one problem with visiting the Citadel, which is that if we have a look at our provisions cost, we don't have enough. So we're going to have to stop somewhere along the way. Or we're going to have to customize our route. Because we could get a boat. Wonder if we could get a boat right there. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's maybe go here, out to Torch Spear, and then go out that way. Yeah, so let's go over here. Let's go here. Then let's go onto the boats all the way there. Do we run out of supplies? No. In fact, we can get all the way there without running out of supplies at all. That seems fantastic to me. We have a little danger because of this jungle here? Okay. Well, doesn't appear to be an easy way around the jungle. Let's, that's the wrong one. Let's maybe pay. I don't want to scout for talent. I don't want forward scouts. I want, one of these. Wilderness kit? I want a wilderness kit. Do I even need, experienced captains? No, there's no real danger in the sea either. Okay, because I guess we're only going coastal sea, right? We're not going out into, like, deep sea. Okay, that works for me. In which case we could do some of these if we wanted to. So forward scouts isn't really what I'm looking for. Although, actually, how dangerous... Wait a second, how dangerous is it? It's only 18%. So actually, I could forward scouts instead. That lowers our travel speed, but means we don't have to pay the money. And then we could scout for talent as well. See if we can find anyone on the way. Yes, we're just going to kind of casually head out there. Now, do I want to stop at this isle on the way past? Isle Meros. After the Ronar was conquered by the Valyrian Freehold, Princess Nymeria led the Ronar people to Dorne. Legend has it they set out with a fleet of 10,000 ships, facing many hardships on their voyage. Only a small number of ships reached Westeros. You know what? Sure. After I go there, I'm going to pop in here, and I'm going to pop out. We're just going to visit the island on the way past. Yeah, that works for me. Let's apply, and let's start moving our camp. Now, you may have saw that there was a dragon lore event that's going to trigger here. People suggested that I do dragon stuff. I would love to do dragon stuff. I'd love to have dragons and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. There is a problem with doing dragon stuff, which is that it's all random. Effectively, we need to randomly find a dragon egg, get the dragon lore, hatch the egg, and then we can get a dragon. But we still need to randomly find the dragon egg. Also, I believe even after all that, there's still a chance that you just get, like, killed by the dragon when you try and ride it. So, at least that's from my memory of it. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. First step is get a dragon egg, which is basically just random chance as far as I'm aware. There may be a way of forcing it, but that's fine. Don't need to worry. Derelict ship. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems to be an easy day for the roars below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate, yet I feel compelled to go and investigate this mysterious wreck. Okay, sure, I'm compelled. I found nothing. Well, okay. Continuing our trip. Rare trinkets. The seas around here are thick with Vineman traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant ship holds an item within it that immediately takes my interest. The moment I lay eyes upon the bejeweled 7-pointed star, I know I could never find anything like it back in where... that should probably be back where we came from, but Duncan's camp, because it uses like your home location, but your home location is the camp. So it's like, I can never find anything like that in our camp that we're traveling in. Just that's a weird thing to say. Anyway, it's an old event, so that's why it's not been updated. And it simply must be mine. Old base game event, I should also say. So, learning per level of devotion. This used to be really good, because this used to be a trinket, right? And the reason why it was really good as a trinket is that you could have 4 of them. And then you could get, like, you can get 20 learning. But now it's a journal, it's kind of competing with other things. But, anyway. Do we want it? I guess so. We do have the money, so... and we don't have a journal, so I guess we'll get it, and then we'll equip it. So that gives us learning per level of devotion. Our level of devotion is only dutiful, but it should be going up fairly quickly, because our piety is pretty good, because we have a bunch of virtues. So, yeah. Okay. That's fine. Right. Carrying on with our journey. A little quicker. Oh, we're almost there. And we've arrived. Dragon Lore, the Citadel. Upon arrival at the Citadel, I'm directed by an Archmaester to a collection of books. They look ancient, but are clearly well looked after. I should find a comfortable chair somewhere. It seems this book is rather thick. The book goes into rather intricate detail about the, or rather intrinsic detail about the various known hatchings of eggs, starting from the Targaryens' immigration to Dragonstone from old Valyria all those years ago. Cool. Immigration. Right. That's fine. We have some things we can do around here. Let's start with thing number 1. Train Squire. Oh, I didn't realize I was unpaused, but there we go. That's fine. You know what I should also do? I should pin him there. Then we can do the same thing with both of them. Right, train strategy. And... hey, it worked. Right. So they're both getting their knight things leveled up a little bit. Awesome. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to visit the city holding. We're going to go in here and we're going to see if the town crier has any jobs. We would like righteousness contracts, please. I don't have anything to sell. I don't need to buy any supplies. I think we're done here. Right. Let's see what we got. So we have... slay a particular character. Slay a particular character. So these are both things that we can do immediately. This isn't immediately. That's perform in a play. That requires you to travel. So I guess we're gonna perform in a play as our scheme. It's not really our, forte, but is that what we want to do? I don't think so. I think we might just do these. Yeah. Right. Let's start with the one that's further away. Yeah. Be on the lookout for renegades and retrobates haunting the back roads. If your sword arm is strong and your eye true, Lady Amiria promises generous rewards in exchange for the head of a particular thug. Let's do it. Okay. This band of malcontents have been harassing my private estates. They burn, kill, and steal with near impunity, slipping away before my retainers can clap them in the irons they so richly deserve. A nod. The gang must be slippery to warrant such a private bounty. Their leader is one Meros the Shy. Bring me his head before he can slip away for good, and you'll have your payment. So it's this guy. He is shy, sadistic, and paranoid. Physician, gallows bait, and beautiful, apparently. And a wise man. So we can go with a small group or move as one. No, I want to do the return trip, so that's fine. So let's do it. Okay, and it's set a route for us, so that's okay. Interestingly, this route is going through some places we want to go anyway, which is quite nice, so we'll get some experience for doing that. Also a little dangerous, but oh well. That's fine. Okay. We first meet Meros the Shy in Duncan's camp. No, we don't. That's also incorrect. We first meet Meros the Shy in Richglade, or Richglade Castle. Anyway, spread out towards us and around his own little band in near the wells, all of us tensed and ready for bloodshed. Would that we wouldn't meet under such inauspicious circumstances, Duncan, for I have no quarrel with you, opines Meros. Alas, I fear you intend to follow your duty to its bitter end. Moment bounces on a knife's edge. If I don't act, someone else will, and everything will slip beyond my control. We're definitely stronger than he is. I think a duel to the death is our option here. Have at thee, cur. For a few brief moments, Meros and I pace in lazy half-circles, each watching for an opening. I couch my spear ready to defend myself while he clutches his sword firmly to hand. Only one of us is walking away from here today, and I intend it to be me. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Meros tries hesitantly to launch a thrusting jab at me, but the blow is easily swatted away. Okay. Well, because we're better, I'm just going to go for the high chance of successes. Attack first, attack hard, on guard. Putting all my strength into my first strike, I leap straight for Meros, couching my spear high into a piercing thrust that sends him reeling. Spotting an opportunity, Meros lunges forward and headbutts me, hard in the face. I reel backwards, wrong-footed. My form is good with only small errors. Meros' stance is a disaster. We're evenly matched, with victory bouncing on a knife at its edge. Let's say, I'll show you how I couch a spear. So we got a dual handicap. But so did he. So his prowess has gone down, but so has ours. Okay. Well, we'll go medium low. So medium chance of success, low chance of injury. My spear flows around Meros like water, each strike chaining fluidly into the next, a series of perfectly timed attacks. Meros tries hesitantly to launch a thrusting jab at me, but the blow is easily swatted away. Our stance was good, his was a disaster. Let's go for... Is that the best you've got? You can't even hit me. Okay. Taking my time, staying calm, mixing relentless parrying with infuriating dodges, I inexorably erode my opponent's energy. It's quite a while before a suitable gap opens in Meros' guard, but when it does, it's all I need. With a single piercing thrust from my spear, I tear through his belly and into his stomach. Gore, bile, and my opponent's last meal flood out, showering my lower half, and he lets out an ear-splitting scream. It is perhaps a kindness when I end Meros' suffering early. Goodbye, Meros. So, we have killed Meros Endicott, we have gained experience in foot, and all the temporary modifiers are gone. I toss Meros the Shy's severed head to Lady Amiria's agent, the red-purple meat landing wetly beside them. You killed him in single combat! Aye, how fierce, remarks the lady's servant, gingerly handing over our pay at the same time. The words are of little consequence, but the delicious weight of the fat purse and its cargo of silver help make our little hunt thoroughly worthwhile. A job well done. So we have a new person in a role of patrons. We got some progress in many things. I think this is meant to be legacy of your house, right? But the problem is we don't have a house, so yeah, there's nothing there. And then Captain of the Fox. Cool. And now we simply head back. Wonderful. Now we've done that. I was going to say it's more time for more training, but actually it didn't take that long. Okay, what do I want from her? I think I'd like gold from you, if possible. Thank you very much for that. Next, let's go hunt some criminals for Geoffrey. Okay. Right, you would like me to find Rohanne the Chaste. Okay. So she is albino gallows bait. What does she do? It's a bandit. Okay, a witch. The whole of body. She's brave, callous, and chaste. Okay, well, we're going to chase after her. And off we go. Hey, we get to visit some places and get some bonuses for doing so. Okay. You sniveling ignorant little cur out here to do Master Giaffori's will, are you? Come then, hound, face me and prove yourself nothing more than a yelping lapdog. Well, she's definitely not good at fighting. Unfortunately, I feel that we say, have at thee, wench. Okay, so, same thing as last time. We're going to do strike, parry, riposte for high medium. Ours was good, theirs was a disaster. Strike, parry, riposte is high medium, and we have won. My spear arm moves fast as lightning, and strikes as hard as sundered stone. Honestly, it's admirable that Rohanne is able to withstand my many spear blows as she does, as I rain down on her with all the fury of a thunderous storm. It takes a minute or two, but I eventually beat her into a bloody, twisted, screaming heap. Only when I'm satisfied there'll be no last-second chance for revenge to administer the killing blow. Alright, Duncan. That seems a little over the top, but alright. Well, a job well done. Now we are returning. Okay. So, I could ask you for stuff. I could ask you for some money. Yeah, thank you for the money. Appreciate that. Is there anything else we want to do here? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything we particularly want to do here. We could visit here now, though. Maybe I should try and get myself a sword. Maybe that's something that would be good. Let's get ourselves a sword. Weapons are useful right now. Or a mace. A mace would be good. Whatever they've got. Okay. So, these be the pieces I have for sale. So, Nella's mace. Fine mace. Honeywiner mace. You know what? I'm going to buy Nella's mace. Yeah, that looks good. Right, do I need an upgrade for my armor? I guess we could while we're here. I don't have any armor, right? Nope. Okay. Let's spend some money for some armor. Okay. We have Crownlander scale mail. We have flexible lamellar armor. Or some more Crownlander scale mail. I guess this is the only one that's any good. We'll buy it. Let's see what accessories you got. Nope. 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 None of those are interesting to me. Let's go. Actually, let's do this first. Town Crier has nothing for us. Okay. Let's mingle with the locals. Okay. Well. Ooh, in the corner of the counter, bewitching Temptress sits, seemingly bored. Well, oh my, who is that? I'm intently observing the Temptress sitting herself down at a nearby table. The tavern owner calls her Celine, didn't he? She looks puzzled as I approach her, possibly because of my internal turmoil. Well, let's try it. Aside from stealing hearts, what else do you do? I failed to entice her. Okay. Let's hear a story. Then Kutar spun the golden yarn into a magnificent robe, wide as the night sky, and as long as eternity. But that story is for another time. Okay. So we're trying to prove our stewardship. How do you tell stories so well? That was a great story. I'll pay some more money for him to tell us how he tells stories so well. Has that raised our wit up yet? Hey, we're at level 1 wit, so we get diplomacy from that. We're slowly learning how to talk to people. Let's see if anyone's up for recruitment here. We have Hugh the Talkative, Gilbert the Temperate, and Chaste the Insatiable. Okay. Well, what are we missing in our camp? Let's just move this to the side for now. What are we missing? A stooge, a quartermaster. What's good for quartermasters? I have no idea. I can't even see it. Right, we have nobody who's eligible. I'm going to assume because that's green, it might be stewardship. Okay. We probably don't need a stooge. So you might be okay, Hugh. Okay. Gilbert? I don't think Gilbert's what we're looking for here. And I don't think Chaste is what we're looking for here either. How much do you want? Oh my god! No! 300 gold? Okay, I mean, he was alright, but like... That's worth 300 gold? Oh, wow. Okay, well. Now for Crownlander's scale armor and Nella's mace. Fantastic. Okay, so that raises our prowess a little bit. We're now above 40 prowess. None of these seem particularly good. When's the next time I can ask for things? I can try again in the 4th moon. Okay. Is there anywhere else I want to visit here? Yeah, I kind of want to do like a little route around. So I'm going to go to the Sept, but I'm going to go via... I'm going to go like this, basically, to get there. So via some of the other bits we haven't been to yet. Right. Start moving our camp. Let's go. Purse Pursuit. Also, our level of devotion just went up, which isn't just a level of devotion, because that gets us the same faith clergy opinion, but it's also another learning thanks to the bejeweled 7-pointed star. Anyway. As I'm looking through the market stalls in the checkered square, I feel my purse string cut. Despite my immediate reaction, the thief disappears in the crowd. Only through pure coincidence, one of my guards sees the man as he heads into the back alley. "Stop, or I'll have your head," one of my guards shouts at him, and the thief turns around, giving us an angry, shifty stare. Okay. I can offer him a job. I don't know if I want to offer him a job. I can kill him, and say, give the money back and we can leave it at that. I'm going to say, give the money back and we can leave it at that. That seems reasonable. We have now arrived at the Starry Sept, and it didn't really take that much time. I might just wait here. Yeah, I might wait here till... let's do that. And then here we'll do... yeah, swordsmanship. Hey, we got a 5 and we got a 1 there. Okay. I was thinking we might sit here until we're able to look for new jobs or until a new job appears we want to do. Ruin Rambling. Scouting out ahead of the camp, I come across a ramshackle collection of traders. They are gathered around some large but old and ruined buildings. The remaining ones in good condition have been occupied by the merchants. The wares are fairly standard, food mostly being on a well-travelled road that would no doubt attract many purchasers, yet my eye is drawn inexorably towards the grey, pockmarked walls of the ruins. So magnificent they are. The merchants occupy merely the outskirts, but its dilapidated heart remains untouched. Ooh, let's see what we can find. Small trinket, an animal figurine. Huh. Interesting. Well, it's not that useful, but I guess we will equip it. Right. Ooh, what about this one? Collect taxes. I guess we could collect taxes, probably. Yeah, let's do it. This is for Lady Emiria. Again. Okay. We'll just travel over there by ourselves. City gates. Sir Duncan, welcome, cries Master. Now, we're only using egg for egg, so we're going to say Aegon, as my party and I enter a city. In short order, I'm introduced to the other magnates of the town, Walgrave, Ebros, and Gilbert. We are sure that you will agree with us when we say we simply could not, nay would not, hide anything from Lady Emiria. Well, let's start with you, shall we? His quarters as the city's master are surprisingly extensive. It leads me to a room that clearly serves as conferences of the settlement's most important people, seating me at the head of the table. Honourable sir, surely you must see that the lady's avarice is misplaced. She has vested you with her authority. Help us in this matter and we'll see to it that the world knows of your generosity. He keeps chatting, but I cannot seem to forget the well-stocked kitchen we wove past to get here. Only I'd brought a quartermaster, we could do that one. Well, I guess Duncan is going to look through the financial records. Success! We pored over the master's notes, receipts, and what witnesses he could scrounge up on short notice relating to his dealings at great length. It doesn't take too much effort to prise the truth from him, something that he seems near terminally surprised by. May our luck hold for the next one. Let us go to Walgrave. Walgrave appears to make the most of his wealth from renting hostels for those visiting the local shrine and operating a small charity, taking just a sliver for himself, of course. I consider myself a no-nonsense man. I speak plainly and hope that others speak plainly with me. The lady's tax is unjust and we can't pay it. That's all there is to it. Keeps chatting, but cannot seem to forget the well-stocked kitchen. Duncan, always on the eye for a kitchen. Alright, well, I'm going to look through your financial records. Failure! Despite our best attempts, he seems utterly beyond reproach. About, Ebros. Seems that Ebros controls a small jail, earning his wealth by keeping debtors, vagrants, and criminals locked up on others' behalf. A tidy sum in fees and fines from the confined supplements the operation. Look, let's leave all this ugly business behind us and let's have a drink. Why not stay here a while? We so rarely get interesting visitors in our little town. I'm sure you'd not have to refill your own cup for a week at least. Well, Duncan once again noticed that he has a kitchen, so we are going to look through his financial records. It was a failure. Alright, Gilbert, let's see if you're hiding anything. As so many others, Gilbert's revenue comes directly from the thirsty hands of Richlade's town's humble labourers. Good food for travellers, music for locals, and a convivial atmosphere make for a lucrative establishment. Look, let's leave all this ugly business behind us and have a drink. Why not stay a while? Okay. Have you considered that you may have financial records? Success! Aha! We found 2 pieces of evidence. Okay. Well, let's go. We gather in Master Aegon's chambers, a suitably dramatic place to render my verdict. With the lady's word behind me, this will be binding, one way or another. Walgrave, Ebros, and Gilbert all await for the pronouncement on their fate with bated breath, whilst Aegon seems nervous for the first time since my arrival. My gut tells me that they could pay, they simply don't want to, and my investigations have largely borne that out. So I can say you will pay in full, you shall pay half, or genuinely cannot afford this. I'm going to say that you will pay in full. Paid. I have enough evidence on my side to make for a compelling case that the locals can afford the most recent bill, and as I lay it out, the defeated, world-weary sighs from all around tell me that the master and his fellows know it. Stop, please, waves Aegon resignedly. You've made your point clearly enough. We'll pay the lady her due. Whatever they say, Richlade Town surely has the wealth to spare, no matter the denials of its magnates. I mean, the name is called Richlade, not Poorglade, so they all don't like me, but I mean, they weren't the person who hired me, so there you go. Right. And let's see where we're going to go now. I'm looking for another job to do. I don't think there is one, so we're going to have to wait till like the 4th moon. So let's go. Ooh, what's that? She'd like me to create a work of learning? Sorry, I'm the wrong person for that job. Yeah, definitely not right. Right. We stopped here a while. Let's go into the temple holding and visit. So, I'm going to go to the Sept grounds. There's a certain peace at the Sept Square despite there being a lot of commerce, Septons and helpers around. A magnificent Sept poses in the middle, and off to the sides I spot signs with bold healing claims, as well as an annex garden for quiet contemplation of the Father. At the edge of the square, a devotee is preaching how better bodily health will increase our spiritual health. She stands firm, despite the occasional heckle from the peasant crowd. Let's talk to them. I follow Helena down a dwindling alley, up some stairs and into her study. The room is crammed, floor to ceiling, with shelves containing scriptures and prints relating to humours, health and spirituality. She sits down in the only chair behind the desk, absent-mindedly stroking a small talisman, and then finally notices my presence. "Oh, you, did you want something?" "I saw your lecture to those worse off," I reply, and hesitate before continuing. "And say, want to work for me? Well, I already have a, Maester, which would be the physician title, so no. Or, you need to use your skills to stay sharp, join my camp." "Oh, I'm not going to recruit her either way. That's fine." Okay. Let's go for a garden scroll. The garden is framed by hedges. The trees are spread out across the gentle mounds where the odd bird and squirrel can be observed through the foliage. I can feel a presence quite strongly here, caught up in all this beauty. What if, through all my trials and tribulations, the Father has been with me all along? Out of the corner of my eye, I notice delicious-looking wild fruits and herbs, contributing to the lusciousness of the garden. And to feel at peace and get a stress loss, or be ashamed to waste those morsels. I guess I'll grab some food. Let's go to the Sept. Passing through the gates of the Sept, I'm struck by the work that must have gone into the exquisite structures and the sacred decor. One of the holy sisters tending to this place notices me and collectedly walks over. "Greetings, my child. I am Sister Liness. How may I help you?" My eyes casually glance over the basket of coin donations a bit further down the aisle. I'm not going to steal them. I could ask for a blessing. Or I have a donation to make. I'm going to ask for a blessing. Sure. Also increases your life expectancy. But only for 5 years. Interesting. That's kind of weird, but I get it. It means if you keep praying, you'll live longer. So let's do it. And let's go to the healer's hut. The light is dimmer, and there is a distinct smell in the healer's hut. Not unpleasant, but encroaching. Marissa is standing at a tall table, busy preparing a concoction. She looks up as I approach. "Greetings. How are your humours? Need a bit of cleansing?" A bit further into the room, on a shelf filled with medicinal trinkets, I spy a curious, scented herb pouch clamouring for my interest. So, I can say maybe some humour balancing would do me good. I don't need those bonuses. Or I can buy the pouch. Yeah, nope, not going to do that. Okay. Let's see if the town crier has anything for us. Organization, I guess, is the better one of those two for us, although I'm not really happy with either. Let's mingle with the locals. Let's hear a story. Okay. And then, Tyrannos received the sacrifice, blood flowing down his torso, invigorating him, thus creating a new spring. So I can get 15 trait experience. Or I can try and increase my learning. I'll get the trait experience here. That's fine. And recruitment, let me just do a quick check here. Okay, if any of them are really good, we might get them. Let's see, we have Larissa the Lewd, Andrus the Ambitious, and Lucille the Arbitrary. No? No. No. Okay, cool. Let's leave. None of them are good enough to recruit, which is probably why they're cheap. So we have a boundary dispute and we have a boundary dispute. Okay, well, let's go settle a boundary dispute for Master Mace. Let's go. Ah, that's dangerous. Forward scouts? Less dangerous. Okay. Let's go. Arbitration, local landmark. The dispute in Silver Bridge stems from a minor local legal case. Our employer foolishly ruled a particular natural landmark to have a slightly different boundary than was traditional. Immediately, dozens of cases were sprung by petty landholders and privileged peasantry, all of whom had some grievance or other now raised by the change in definition. Master Mace is at pains to let us know that our coin depends on calming the situation quickly and quietly. No huntsman. I have no one with enough intrigue, so I either take the 46% chance or I take the guaranteed chance. I'm going to try this. Let's see if I can resolve it. It was a success! The good people of Silver Bridge have many points, some valid, some not, but none coherent. It doesn't take long, or me long, to run rings around our arguments, showing each in turn to be facetious, foolish, or both. With just a few hours of work, I'm able to turn things around for our employer, till his new ruling seems, much to the consternation and annoyance of his subjects, entirely in keeping with tradition. Hey, fantastic. A willing follower. I come across a man while passing through Nectar Hall. He is restrained and covers as I approach. I'm getting tired of being kicked around like a dog. No one respects me here. Everyone laughs as soon as Thomas is uttered. Fools! Scullions! Fools! Ah, I get so mad. I must get out of here. My skills could serve you well. Shall we discuss payment? What skills? Oh, his skills as a stooge. He's literally recruiting himself to be, like, effectively the, yeah, the focus of the camp's irritation and cruel humor. Yeah, like, no, I don't think so. Okay. What can we get from this guy? I guess I could get some money. He doesn't have any provisions at all, so... Oh, because I'm already at max, I see. So I'm going to ask him for gold. And then I'm going to head over here. Let's go. Can I choose a slightly different route? Or is this the river crossing? That might just be the river crossing. No, I can go there. Yeah, that works for me. Let's go. Fire and friends. Each night, one fire becomes the hub of the camp's social activity, people coalescing around my inner circle to wag tongues and trade friendly barbs. Tonight is no exception. Look, all I'm saying, chortles Beric to the giggling of several other followers, is that poor Darcia is ready for a fight any time, and that's a good thing. Better that the ugliest mugs around here do the fighting. They have the least to lose. A chorus of inebriated guffaws breaks out from the easily pleased onlookers, though it seems to be wearing on Darcia. Well, I'm going to try and turn the tables on Beric. Everybody liked it. Fantastic. And I got a learning perk. Nice. Okay. The afternoon is quickly advancing into nightfall as we enter the local farm estates of Honeyholt. The estate owner Garland greets us warmly and promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a veritable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, bread, and the like. In the morning, Garland approaches me as I enjoy my breakfast. My lord, hosting such an extravagant shindig as yesterday can be expensive. Well, I guess I'm going to have to compensate you then, unfortunately. Oh, we'll do this first then. Okay. Waxwell's streets are gripped by a fever of gossip and scandal. A complicated matter of marriage, inheritance, and business arrangements gone awry has seen a vast section of the best local land for grazing horses go to some fool with neither money nor skill. Consequently, the local magnates are threatening to tear each other to pieces over how to and who should split the land. Lord Uragon is at pains to let us know that our coin depends on calming the situation quickly and quietly. So he could stay here between 4 and 8 years, or I can just try and resolve it. I will simply try to resolve it. It was a success! Once more, the proud familial skill of the house of Duncan wins out. Because we don't, it's meant to say of our house name, but we don't have one. Despite their posturing, each of the magnates simply wants their slice of the pie. Within the afternoon, I'm able to draw up a fair enough division of the land that they're all only a little disappointed. Even the full owner will be paid some compensation, allowing the bickering to die down to a manageable level. Lord Uragon seems more than pleased with our resolution and gleefully hands over his coin. Nice, so he gets a bunch of bonuses and we get some money. That's what I like to see. We can now choose a new thing here. I think I'm going to go for anatomical studies to make our personal physician better. And then I actually think that we maybe pivot immediately over here and go back to martial and work on stalwart leader and some things like that. I think that would be good for us. Interaction here. Almost certainly going to just ask him for money. Yep, I like money. You can use it to buy things. Ooh, I could upgrade our pavilion now if I wanted. Which is okay. It's actually not like as much as I thought it would be for upgrading it, so that's fine. We could buy something for our campfire. You can unlock the Master Bard officer. This one also unlocks the Master Bard officer. Ah, but one is for a musician and one is a poet. Oh, I see. And one's diplomacy and one's intrigue. Interesting. Receive occasional visits from useful locals. Unlocks receive oath of loyalty interaction. I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. It's all sorts of interesting things. I like this one. Receive occasional events to recruit useful locals. Sure. I know we don't need the monthly intrigue lifestyle experience, but I like having random events trigger. So let's go. And we're now on our way back. And now we've arrived back. Cool. So, I think that what we should do next time, as we've kind of got the amount of money that we're going to get here, we should probably travel and visit somewhere else. See what else is going on within the world. Yeah, I think that seems like a sensible idea. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.